Hey mamas, I'm so glad you can make it to another Take a Breath Tuesday. So glad you're here. So we're entering that time of year when there are candy dishes everywhere, there's treats abound, and it's so easy. I don't know about you, but for me it's so easy for one little bite to become like handfuls. And then I'm starting to feel yucky and not my best mama self. So what I want to dive into today is talking about sugar cravings and how we can manage those. Not how we can take sugar out of our diet, because that doesn't sound like fun to me. But how do we get a body and a mind that's so well nourished that it knows when it's my own unique body knows how much sugar is enough, and I can just stop with ease. I think we all want something like that, don't we? So what I want to talk about this week is how to maximize our nutrient intake so that we can manage sugar cravings from that direction. And then on the flip side, next week I want to talk about how to leverage our emotions so that we can get a handle on sugar cravings. Okay, so let's get right to it. Nutritional support for sugar cravings is all about vegetables. And there's two types of vegetables that I want to highlight. One are your sweet vegetables, and the other your leafy greens. So sweet vegetables. A lot of times we don't think about vegetables as being sweet because we kind of associate that bitter taste with them. But the amazing thing that nature has done is it has all the flavors in vegetables. And the sweet comes from the plants storing their energy. So in the roots and tubers, like carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes, jicama, radish, beets, turnips, that stores energy for the plant to survive, and it's sugar energy, so we get sweetness from that. There's another part of the plant that can be really sweet, and those are referred to as botanical berries. That's like your cucumbers, tomatoes, squashes, peppers. That is energy for sugar energy in the flesh for the seeds to potentially germinate. So those two groups of vegetables make the larger sweet vegetable category. Can really, when you add those to your dishes, can bring in a lot of the sweetness that your palate is craving, and can help take some of the edge off of you wanting to have a cookie after your meal. The other category of vegetable, so we got the sweet vegetables. The other category are your leafy greens. Now, those are the ones that a lot of people have a reaction to. They're too bitter. And there's a really cool reason that they're bitter. The plant needs leaves to survive, so it has bitter compounds to prevent animals from eating too much of them. But there are some really easy tricks to take the edge off of that bitterness, and so that you can really load your plate up with lots of leafy greens. And why does that work for sugar cravings? I'm not entirely sure, but there's something about that that bitterness on your palate. Even if we soften it a little bit, there's something about that bitterness that really reduces that taste that you get where you want to have something sweet after a meal. I know sometimes I want like chocolate after a meal, and chocolate actually is primarily, good chocolate is primarily a bitter taste. So when I have more leafy greens, I want less chocolate, but girls gotta have her chocolate. I've given you in the blog post below some cooking tips to help figure out how to, take the edge off of the bitterness, how to get maximize the sweetness in those sweet vegetables. So definitely check those out. Really build up those vegetables on your plate, but round out your meals with a good source of protein and a healthy fat. And bonus tip, really slow down and take your time to enjoy your food. Even if all you can give yourself is 1 minute of focused attention on what it's like to be eating in that moment, that will go a long way. I know I've got a 4-year-old. I feel like I can never give focused attention to anything, but I really can. If I stop, I can always find 1 minute. So enjoy your food, and that will help tell your body it's getting what it needs, and it doesn't need a cookie. If it decides to have a cookie because it would be a fun treat, that's another topic, and we'll talk more about that next week. If you want to dive deeper with these topics, know if you're in Central New Jersey area, I do hold a mini retreat drop-in group every week. So connect with me through Facebook, Instagram, or through this website to find out more details on that. So I'd love to see how you guys are getting vegetables into your diet. So in the comments below, why don't you share with the community what are some of your tricks for getting more veggies on your plate, and how does that impact your sugar cravings? All right, mamas, I hope you got a lot out of this video today, and I look forward to talking with you next week. Be well.